Coach Beamer kept his receipt and got the last laugh as South Carolina took down number 13 Kentucky on the road Saturday night. Y'all come on in, turn your swag on, and let's go. What's up, college football fans, Gamecock Nation? It's your man, Gamecock Chuck, coming to you today on this Monday afternoon after a very impressive win for South Carolina on the road as they went to Lexington Saturday night and took down number 13 Kentucky 24-14. We're going to get into some of the stats here in a little bit. This is a very, very huge win for Coach Beamer, a signature win. Some may even call it a culture building win. Maybe we should ask Mark Stoops what he thinks about that. I mean, who knows? But to me, it's a very huge win for Coach Beamer. You can see the way that he is changing the culture, the atmosphere around Gamecock football. Not just in Columbia, but all over the country. Any Gamecock fan is actually praising, or not really praising, but is really tuned in and backing Coach Beamer and his staff, and just giving him accolades, for the job that he's done in Columbia. A lot of recruits are seeing the fruits of Coach Beamer's labor and the staff, and a lot of recruits are buying into this, and a lot of recruits and the players that he got on staff really wants to play for Coach Beamer. We'll see how that plays out in the 2023 recruiting class and everything. But man, it was a great night Saturday night to be a Gamecock. It was great waking up Sunday morning after a huge win like that, a monumental win, like I said. I know a lot of Kentucky fans online have been talking, oh man, we didn't have our number one, our star quarterback. We didn't have our NFL first round draft pick quarterback playing. Man, who gives a crap about that, man? That's why you recruit and develop talent. It's not our fault you didn't have a backup quarterback ready to go. You play who you play. That's the name of the game. You play who you play. Next man up. If they ain't developed, it ain't our fault. You play who you have on the roster. If you can't develop them, that's not our fault. We played who y'all had, and we took care of business. So just suck it up, take the L, and go on about your business. Like I said, it was an outstanding performance by the Gamecocks Saturday night. The first half, a little worried, to be honest with you, but second half, we made the necessary adjustment on offense and defense. And we just took over the game and dominated the game, lived in the backfield, gave Kai Sharon, had him running for his life, and we just wreaking havoc in that backfield. Some of the stats in the game, it was another huge night by Marshawn Lloyd. He's starting to come into his own, I think, starting to live up to the hype, surrounding him coming out of high school, five-star talent out of DeMatha Catholic. He had 22 carries for 110 yards and a touchdown. He also caught 2 passes out of the backfield for 31 yards. And then Spencer Rattler. Now, a lot of people are bashing him, saying he's not, that good, and he's not living up to the hype, surrounding his name coming out of high school and all his accolades and everything. But the man's still managing the game. He's doing a good job. He didn't give this game away, and he's not really giving the games away. He managed this game. He went 14-19 passing for 177 yards and a touchdown. And he did have 1 interception, which is on him, because, he needs to learn how to get more comfortable in the pocket and don't throw off his back foot. Step into the throw, move up in the pocket, deliver a strike. That throw off his back foot, and he does that a lot. But that throw off his back foot, it just leaves too much up. He leaves too much air under it and gives the defense time to get to it. So just a bonehead play there. But outside of that, he managed this game from start to finish. He didn't put us in a whole lot of bad situations. He did have that one fumble early on in the game, but it didn't cost us any points or anything. So it was great. Like I said, it's a great job overall for Spencer Rattler. I'm really liking what he's doing. He's not, sitting back there and taking a whole lot of sacks, and he's not, like I said, turning the ball over and putting us in too many bad situations. Too many bad situations in games that like this. So, like I say, I think he's doing an exceptional job. I really like what he's doing. Moving on to receiving, Antoine Wells led the receiving corps tonight. He had 3 receptions for 66 yards. He also took one wide receiver screen pass to the house for a touchdown. And Jalen Brooks, he's starting to come on, man. I mean, he took last year off basically, and I don't know what the whole situation was, but he got himself right, and he's actually doing good things for us this year. He had 3 catches as well for 37 yards, and he also had 1 carry on that reverse for a touchdown for 24 yards. So the offense, like I said, we made the adjustments at half, and we executed in the second half. We made the adjustments from the first half to the second half that we needed, and we put our players in good positions, and everything worked out in the second half for us as far as offensively. We was able to move the ball running. Spencer Rattler had some good passes down the field. Like I said, he managed the game like he's supposed to, like a quarterback's supposed to, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the defense. Coming into this game, to be honest with you, I thought Chris Rodriguez was going to have a explosive game. And looking at the first half, it looked like that he was on his way to have a monumental night, about 200-300 yards, it seemed like, because he was hitting that hole good, and he was picking up big chunk plays and big chunk yards and everything. But coming out the second half, the defense adjusted, and he went for like over 100 yards in the first half. But the second half, South Carolina said, no more. I think he ended up with like 20-some yards on the ground the second half. So big shout out to Zach Pickens, Gilbert Edmonds, Jordan Birch, MJ Webb, all them guys up front, the front four. They did an awesome job of wreaking havoc in the backfield and clogging up that middle. And not only just clogging up the middle, but also setting the edge, which is something that we have struggled in the previous 5 games. We've struggled about setting the edge and, keeping everything, bottled up inside. We've been letting go of the edge, and people have been able to get around and pick up big yards on the outside. But like I said, shout out to the interior linemen, Pickens, Birch, Edmonds, all them guys up front. They did an awesome job Saturday night. Linebacker play did good. Sherrod Green, Brad Johnson, all them guys. Secondary, Darius Rush, he had a huge night. He caused the first turnover in the game right off the get-go when Kentucky tried to do a trick play. He got in there and disrupted that. Tonka Hemingway, he had another big night too. He's starting to come on as well, but he scooped that ball up and took it out to the 2-yard line to set up our offense for a Marshawn Lloyd 2-yard touchdown run. So, like I said, great job from the defense. Coach White had these guys ready to play. They were hungry from the get-go. Like I said, the first half was kind of sluggish. Rodriguez was getting big plays, and I was a little nervous there, but when we come out the second half, we made the necessary adjustment on both offense and defense, and we basically shut down Kentucky, made them one-dimensional. Kai Sharon had to end up throwing the ball a whole lot in the second half instead of just running the ball down our throat. He was scrambling for his life and trying to throw the ball down the field. He ended up with a decent night, but just wasn't enough for Kentucky. Coming into this game, South Carolina was like dead last, maybe in the country. They only had 4 sacks. The defense only had 4 sacks as a team. But when they left this game, South Carolina registered 6 sacks against the Kentucky Wildcats. They lived in the backfield. They feasted on the backfield and on the quarterback, and they just gave Kai Sharon they wreaked a lot of havoc on him, and they ended up getting him sacked 6 times. So big congratulations to Coach White and his defensive players for doing that, and just come ready to play Saturday night. Special teams, Pete Limbo, that dude deserves a raise. We better keep that man, because that dude is just he's doing a phenomenal job with the team, with the special teams. We had another block punt, which I think we are first in the country in block punts with 5. That was our 5th block punt of the season. and we also converted our field goals. So special teams are doing their job. We didn't give up a whole lot of punt return yards, and we didn't surrender. I don't think we surrendered hardly any kickoff, not much kickoff return yards anyway. I think Mitch Jeter had a lot of touchbacks. So, but like I said, Pete Limbo is doing an awesome job with the special teams. But overall, like I said, it was a very impressive win from the Gamecocks. Just goes to show you, Mark Stoops, that you need to watch what you say when you're popping off about people. Karma's a bitch, and they will come back and get you. So it is what it is, you know. Great win by Coach Beamer. If you haven't seen the locker room celebration, you guys need to go check that out. It was awesome. But like I said, great win by the Gamecocks, Coach Beamer, staff, all the players. Now we got to rest up. We got a bye week, and then we host Texas A&M the 22nd of October, 7:30. Another night kickoff for the Gamecocks. So if you guys are going to the game, be there, be loud, be ready to go, and let's see if we can pick up another W. And until next time, hey, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you guys think. Until next time, Gamecock Chuck, I'm out. Go Gamecocks.